people up in the chandelier.
Hey guys, back with another video, and today, well, tonight, we are going to be watching scary and creepy videos. Uh, oh, sorry, I'm probably breathing into the mic. uh, well, if you're, if you can't take scary stuff, jump scares, or anything like that, um, I suggest either clicking off the video or turning your sound down and maybe looking away at something you think might have something. So yeah, and then you see that big loading buffering symbol. Yeah, that means that means I should click that means I should start the video. Here we go. Be ready. And also, you've been warned.
In May 2015, a man was driving down a dark road north of Sydney, Australia, in a parked truck. A hooded man then approaches the car, and the driver slows down. As the car passes the hooded man, he screams into the window, and the driver speeds away in total fear. The
Whoa!
Newcastle Herald reports that the driver's wife, who was driving about a minute behind, was also accosted by the hooded man. The anonymous woman told
Why
the
is there
paper,
a...
quote, "I almost stopped before I could go around this guy. And as we went past, he just lunged at our door." Police were called and found the man sleeping inside the truck. He was charged with possession of crystal methamphetamine.
Whoa!
Number 9. Trees falling. Apparently everything wants to get you in Australia, even the trees. This dashcam footage was captured on December 29th, 2014 in Victoria, Australia. The area was suffering a windstorm, resulting in some debris striking the windshield as the car drove down the country road. That is, until an entire tree collapses on the road directly in front of the car, quickly followed by several others.
Why are
This
there
is a
so many
terrifying
trees
video
falling?
showcasing the merciless and unpredictable nature of, well, nature. If the car had been traveling just a little bit faster, or if they had started their drive just a little bit sooner, they would have been squashed by a falling tree. Number 8.
Oh,
Giant
yes.
spider.
That's
Many people
photoshopped.
hate spiders, so just imagine a giant one sneaking up behind you. Actually, don't bother. This footage shows you exactly what that would look like. After a Texas police officer returns to his patrol car following a routine traffic stop, a giant spider can be seen scurrying on the road.
See, okay, I call fake on this one. Reason? It has no shadow. Somebody would have seen it and alerted the cop, and it wouldn't be able to just, like, phase right through the dude's leg or the car. That wouldn't be able to happen.
Behind him. Luckily, the footage is a little deceptive. It wasn't a giant mutant spider sneaking up on the unknown police officer, but a regular spider crawling across his windshield, creating an optical illusion.
Oh,
Giant
okay.
mutant spiders would certainly be scarier, but this still makes for some very eerie footage nevertheless.
We just need to add some music.
Okay, so it was on the
From outer
windshield.
space.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 7.
I want
Of the toppling tree can startle you, then this one surely will. While driving along a road in Taiwan, a horrifying moment was captured in which a falling boulder nearly crushed the car.
Whoa!
Just as the cars are driving under a mountain, a boulder
Oh.
explodes from the hillside above.
Oh, that
The
was
heavy dirt
close.
showers onto the white car in front of the driver and knocks it off course. When the debris clears, an almost 300-ton boulder can be seen teetering right next to the car, having missed it by mere inches. Turns out, massive rocks, steep hills, and rain can mix. This is like something from a disaster film, and it makes for terrifying viewing.
Whoa.
Number 6. Lightning. On
Lightning?
June 11th, 2014, an Australian man named Mitch Baker was
What's
driving
so
his car
bad
through an
about
evening
lightning?
thunderstorm. The dashcam footage begins with Baker pulled over, his headlights illuminating the grass before him.
Illuminating? I
Immediately
can't see
after
a
he
thing.
begins driving, a bolt of lightning strikes his car in a brilliant flash of light.
Oh!
Accompanying the flash is a creepy and somewhat empty metallic sound, like something was slapped onto the car's hood. Luckily,
Well,
both
no,
Baker and his vehicle
duh.
were okay. The only damage was a warped brake disc. Just walking away from the ordeal.
Slapped onto the hood. Metallic. Well, no, duh. Lightning just hit his car. It's going to sound like something hitting the car. That's kind of obvious. Wouldn't it be? And as for metallic, they say that before before lightning strikes near you or strikes you, um you will get a like metallic taste in your mouth. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. No, I've never been struck by lightning, but I would think, like, since it is like electricity and stuff, I would think there would be some kind of metallic to oh, how do I word that? Metallicism, I guess. To it. And I would think it would sound like metal hitting a car if it hits a car. Because it just hit the car.
Baker was likely left shaken and feeling quite lucky. Number 5. Family escapes storm. The rising winds, dark
No.
skies, and mounting fear in this clip give us shivers every time.
I hope it's not what I think it is. It's not a tornado, is it?
In
Away
August
from the storm.
2020, Brooke Porter drove into Iowa with her children, only to find herself in the middle of an insane windstorm.
Windstorm.
Legit in the middle. Okay, we gotta get out of here.
Realizing that the storm is all around them and thinking fast, she makes for a nearby store. Once in the parking lot, she tells the kids to just run and hustles them out of the car.
Just run.
Why?
But in the crazy winds, the last kid tumbles down. It has to be helped up by his mother.
Oh.
Fortunately, they did all make it to safety.
Good. But what's scary
We
about a
are out of
windstorm?
breath just watching this again. Number 4, ghost car.
This mysterious driver
I'm sorry, what's scary about a windstorm? Like, storms normally have wind. Storms normally have wind. There is nothing scary about it unless like you have a tree that could fall over any minute, or you're riding something light, or you're like in a car that's really light or something, or there's a tornado possibility. But just a normal storm, that's not scary. And being that looked like a SUV, I mean, there is a chance that the wind could blow it over, but I don't really think that would have happened. Ghost car.
tricks cops into thinking he's about to pull over, then all hell breaks loose.
We all know about ghosts. Some of us may swear to have seen them.
I do not call that a ghost car. That is a white car who tried to trick and the driver tried to trick a cop, but failed horribly.
But what about ghost cars? If dashcam footage
See, there was a person in that car.
this is not a rare phenomenon. In Russia, someone captured a car that seemingly comes out of nowhere in the middle of a busy intersection. But perhaps the most famous footage of a ghost car comes from this police dashcam footage. During a chase, the driver spins his vehicle around, drives past the police car, and then seemingly vanishes into thin air.
For a moment, it appears as if the driver
Probably drove off.
in his car had disappeared.
Now, I believe in ghosts, but geez. That dude probably drove off.
Into thin air.
The police catch up to him, but then the car seemingly drives through a metal fence, successfully evading.
See. They catch up to him. And yes, there was a person in that car. I'm not so sure about metal fence, but, huh. Wait, what? Wait.
They can only watch in amazement as the red taillights fade into the darkness.
Wait.
But then the car seemingly drives through a metal fence, successfully evading police. They can only
I get the feeling the car, like, went around or went through an opening. Because right there, I don't see any fencing. Or maybe right there. So I'm thinking they went through an opening. And then it just makes the angle and everything just makes it look like they, like, went through the fence.
watch in amazement as the red taillights fade into the darkness.
Even watching it again, cops are unable to make sense of it. All they see is an intact fence and nothing more than the vanishing taillights of what the Garden City PD has come to call the ghost car.
Number 3.
Y'all need some
Creepy
better
roadblock.
cameras.
While driving the New Jersey Turnpike late at night, a man named Ivan Tuktin encountered a creepy sight. In front of him were 2 traffic cones, a black car, and a man wearing jeans. The dash cam clearly shows the cones and car, and all that's seen of the man are his blue jeans walking towards Tuktin's vehicle.
That's not all it's seen.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
Feeling suitably creeped out, Tuktin weaved between the traffic cones and sped away.
Yeah, I would too.
The police believe it to have a relatively harmless explanation. After investigating the scene and
I'd
arresting
go
2
with
men,
too.
the police learned that their car had run out of gas on the highway, and that the man had put down traffic cones in a misguided attempt to get help.
Because of his quick thinking, Tuckton considers himself very lucky.
Number 2.
What?
Was a
World we live in today? A person getting help. That's a bad thing? I'm confused.
weird year. For some, it was dressing up as clowns and terrorizing innocent people.
Oh shit! He's running after
As you can imagine, very
Why?
sightings were captured on dash cams. In October 2016, 2 clowns were spotted by a police car standing by the side of the road. An even creepier sighting occurred over in Yorkshire, England. While driving down a road, a family spotted the clown, then waved at the car before running towards it. This has to be one of the spookiest pranks in some time.
That's
And
creepy.
Also one of the most dangerous, as evidenced by the Yorkshire clown almost being run over.
Yeah.
Before we continue, Chelyabinsk Meteor.
The images look like something out of a movie. A tiny asteroid tearing through space at a speed of 30,000 miles per hour before streaking across southern Russia.
Perhaps
Nice.
the creepiest and most popular thing ever
Not
captured
creepy.
on Datcam is the Chelyabinsk Meteor. This meteor traveled and exploded over the Chelyabinsk Oblast of Russia on the morning of February 15th, 2013. The
Are you
meteor
sure
was
that's
captured
meteor?
by dozens of Datcams over the area, most of which did the same thing. A bright streak of light blazing through the sky before exploding in a impressive flash.
And all hell broke loose.
Really?
Dizzying explosions shattering windows, knocking these office workers to the ground.
In some cases, the meteor even lights up the surrounding area, turning dusk into day. Well, it looks like something out of Armageddon. The damage was
Armageddon.
relatively limited, with 1,500 injuries and 0 deaths reported. It could have been a lot worse, considering the meteor was up to 33 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb.
Scientists say the
Jeez!
meteor shower was not related to an asteroid that will fly dangerously close to Earth today, but one estimate suggests that this meteor was big, perhaps tens of tons.
Do you agree with our
Tens of
in the
tons?
comments? And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, you can the video for it right here.
First entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of 2 people performing an exorcism on a girl.
I'm sorry. Is that potatoes and salad? Is that potatoes and, like, lettuce? I don't see how that would do anything with spirits or anything, or demons, but okay. Whatever. You do you.
Girl who clearly looked unwell. There's 2 eggs on this plate.
Oh,
The
it's an egg.
priestess cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal. But
Yeah.
after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge,
Whoa!
which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre
That's
as the
weird.
girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her.
You call that dilated? Man, those are some completely black eyes. Then that's not dilated a color. That's like full on black eyes. Like demonic eyes. Ugh. Ugh.
To shake and twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14. Hand on shoulder. You never know when you'll face passing on. So what happens when it's not yet time for you to go? A shopkeeper in a den of Turkey escaped after a man passing by touched his shoulder and warned him to look behind him, alerting the oblivious man to the fact that the cover of a passing truck's back end was open. Metal piece flung toward him, but he managed to move out.
Whoa.
Much worse. It's unclear from the footage how the passing man even knows to warn him. He hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck before reaching out to the shopkeeper. Guardian angel? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 13. Poltergeist. We've all been there. It's a stormy night. Every sound in the house is an evil entity vying for your soul.
Really?
That must have been what this man was feeling. He said that happened in his dining room on a stormy night. The clip shows him enter his dining room, which appears completely normal.
Yeah.
Every chair in place.
Yep.
He enters his laundry room, then casts
Okay.
the camera down the stairs. It appears that something must have happened to cause him to search his house. He says hello down the stairs.
Is that just a camera, or do I see something?
There, he decides to go into his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he's nearing the bottom, a terrifying racket is heard upstairs. He runs for his life, precariously stacked up,
Whoa!
balanced one on top of the other. The dining room light is swinging around.
Give me 1 minute. What is this?
Swing, and nothing is there. There's something especially uneasy part of the uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think did it? Or what? Number
ghost.
12. The Swarm. In this entry will highly test your bravery. This footage is of an insect swarm at the Cape in South Africa.
Whoa.
Writes, during our family holiday in 1996 or 7, we had parked the car and gone for a short walk up the cliffs. When we came back, we found that our car had become a hotspot for these giant wood lice, sea slaters. The clip shows
Wood lice?
piles of wood lice crawling around the car tires. Absolutely terrifying insect, all coalescing beneath the vehicle. As the uploader says, probably attracted to its cozy comfiness. After seeing this, would you be brave enough to climb back in and leave? I thought not. Number 11.
Burn it with fire.
Dog in crisis. Everyone who owns a dog knows that they can sense things we humans don't. Posted by Redditor ChewyBones02, he writes, I think my dog had a crisis. And he isn't wrong. The video shows two dogs sitting on a day sofa, looking out the window.
Could be a
The
passing
little
car.
one really starts to panic, its legs pushing the sofa so far from the window that he's stretched pretty impressively until he absolutely can't stretch anymore and pops down to the floor. Meanwhile, a number of orbs appear throughout the clip, drifting across the room.
You sure that's
Is something besides these dogs, or is it something?
Are you sure that's orbs? Because I can tell you this, that could easily be they're looking at either their owner coming home or cars passing by or another dog. And those so-called orbs could easily be like dust and stuff floating around in the air.
Paranormal inside. After all, those orbs certainly point towards the latter. If only these dogs could talk and let us know what the answer truly is. Water warning. As he said anytime on this channel, a chicken thing. That statement is confirmed in this video posted by National Geographic.
That's a
July
flood.
2017. National Geographic describes.
Be careful not to get a. Be careful that the water like doesn't push a large stick into you or any metal object or anything else.
What you're about to watch has produced scenes of destruction and rescue in southern and central China. In one scene, a man is holding on for dear life to the side of a garage door as the water splays around him. Water rapidly, only about a foot from him, as he hops on the surrounding him is up to his chest. In the clip, you can see a rescue unfold as the man stands atop a ledge with some rope length of fabric tied around his waist, while the man below holds on tight, being taken by the water's heavy flow. Somehow they manage to lift the man out of the waters, pulling him to safety. Truly a heroic save in a seemingly horrifying situation. Number 9. One of them moves. A doll with a creepy aura is chilling enough. So what happens when the doll actually moves? The G Team Paranormal Investigators posted this video to YouTube in March of 2019, writing,
That's
"After my
those.
recent video with Omar."
Okay, I'm sorry. Dolls in and of themselves are scary. Well, creepy. Sorry. They're creepy. Just gonna say it.
I decided to take his haunted dolls home with me that night. I did not bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video I did with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. The video reveals an unsettling movement. As Patty, the host, is talking about the dolls, you can see one of the porcelain dolls' heads moves ever so slightly.
That's interested.
Whoa!
Did that thing just move?
As if she's listening.
Uh-uh.
If she is, does she like what she's hearing? She must not have gone far on Chucky when the camera stopped rolling. So we can assume so. Number 8.
Chucky.
Shadow people. If you've never come across a sadistic shadow, then you don't know true fear. Then keep watching.
Are you scared of your own shadow?
Footage shows an empty stairwell. A young woman
Okay.
at the top, descending to the hallway, when she abruptly turns back as a dark shadow enters the stairwell from the doorway below.
And then rushes
The vague
past.
shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again, moving up the stairs. Solid Vidian in the comments has a theory about the shadow ghost's movements. He writes, hypothetically speaking, a ghost may not have any physical limitations, so maybe movements are not going to align with how physical matter moves, but it appears it is absorbing all visible light frequencies, so it must be comprised of some kind of particles. What do you think? Worth investigating? I certainly think it is. Number 7. Don't go in the closet. When you hear some
Don't say that.
unusual noise in your everyday life, do you ever stop to think,
What is that?
one did when he heard the strange sounds
What is
coming
that?
from his parents' closet? As he writes, just move.
What is that? Seriously, what is that?
House built in the late 50s. When the boy walks into his parents' bedroom, you can see his reflection in the floor-length mirror. Somebody's here, he says. As some note in the comments, at the 90-second mark, a strange shadow crosses the camera. Actually, it looks more like a blur or a smudge than a shadow.
Yeah.
He asks the thing to please make a noise, and unfortunately, it responds.
Please make a noise.
Bro, that wasn't a noise. That wasn't a noise. That was a whisper. What did it say?
It's backing away from the door. You can hear what sounds like clothes hangers playing together. He then enters an adjacent bathroom connected to the closet. As he tries to flick the light a dozen times, a woman's voice can be heard for a moment. Who is it? It's very Husky doesn't stay long enough to find out.
Shadow
Name
Husky.
him. Number 6.
Cool
South
username.
Pittsburgh Hospital. These hospitals are incredibly haunted places.
Yes.
Posted to YouTube in September.
Wanna know why they are? Because medical teams try their best to save people, to save the patients, but they're not always able to do it. Sometimes the patients die. And they die in the hospital.
HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigates this hospital, situated at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain. The 68,000 square foot hospital was founded in 1959, but the haunting may date back to well before it was built. Unlike Penrose, there are no reports of history of the hospital during its operation. There were reports by hospital employees of paranormal activity, such as inanimate objects moving on their own accord, disembodied voices, and dark shadowy figures, including a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be a former surgeon who practiced at the facility. He's not the only one haunting the 3rd floor. A toddler spirit and an elderly woman have both been observed there. 2 other spirits, a janitor and a female spirit, known as the Naughty Nurse, haunt the basement. This has drawn many paranormal investigators to the hospital since it closed in 1998. HRJ Paranormal Adventures manages to capture a few paranormal entities in this video. One is a ghostly reflection that appears at 3 minutes 53 seconds, and then again at 3 minutes 58 seconds.
I didn't see none.
An hour-long investigation of this haunted place.
I didn't see
Images
none.
capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5. Creepy girl. Warning, don't enter a dark and disturbing abandoned house at night.
Well, that's
Posted
obvious.
by Car Records in 2010. The team is exploring an abandoned house at night when they zoom in on a corner of the room. In that
In
dark
which I
corner,
can't see.
behind various obstructions, appears a creepy doll. The
What
disturbing sight
in
causes
the...
them to race from the room.
I don't like...
I don't think they have
I
any other
don't
choice.
like
Number
that.
4. Penrose Asylum. Asylum's full dark energy. This one is no exception. This footage posted by the Paranormal Files navigates their visit to Penrose Asylum. Patient number 1 entered the asylum on November 23, 1908. It took only 4 years for the hospital to be overrun by residents, with pressure to include others. The patients weren't only there to be treated, they were there to contribute to industry, whether it be farming, making and repairing mattresses or shoes, cooking or sewing. There were a number of industries to which patients were assigned, accused of ill treatment of patients. 9 employees of the institute were addicted in 1983, known as the Poltergeist case. This addiction ended in the institution's closure, and the discharge or transference of 460 patients to other facilities. With all that in mind, it's crystal clear that evil things happen at this institution. These happenings resulted in a presence that would make your stomach turn. Many claim that the site is haunted. In fact, the Institute's administration building was partially renovated as the Penrose Asylum haunted house in 2010. Again, using the site as attraction has been controversial due to the injustice that occurred there. But opening the place to the public has allowed paranormal investigators to explore the hallowed grounds. If you're one who likes to fast forward to the scary parts, Jesse P in the comments as you covered, listing all the sightings or disembodied voices she caught in her viewing of the footage. Some of the catches are confirmed by others in the thread, particularly the hotspot at minute 46, around 46 minutes 35 seconds. Jesse notes a male whisper saying, "Go back." A At 46 minutes 50 seconds, the same male voice stated, "I'm a male." Light anomalies, light or figures into the hallway. If you're brave enough to watch the entirety of this video, let us know in the comments if you've spotted other anomalies or heard any additional disembodied voices. Number 3. Unknown force. Unknown forces are all around us. Will you be brave enough to fight when you encounter them? In this video, a man is
Who knows?
standing in a dark alleyway when another man to his right appears. Figures also seem to be standing around him in the darkness.
Seems
Outside
human
of the
enough.
camera, as you can see vague flickers of movement. Suddenly, he's at the mercy of these figures. But the movement is not human, but like a hurricane force. He's thrown to the ground and the
Whoa!
force disperses. Then the other full-figured man in the video grabs him. Before heading back into the adjacent building, it's almost as if there's water on the ground. As the man tries to move, there's a ripple effect, and he is dragged by his feet by the unknown force off camera. The rippling continues for a moment before going still. The stillness is brief. When the other dude returns to the alleyway, looking upon the scene, he suddenly rushes back into the building as something huge is thrown in after him. It's not clear if it's a person, place, or thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cape and a hat leaves the building. A window shatters beside it as the figure departs. What in the world is happening here? Any theories? I feel at a loss when coming up with a rational explanation for what's happening. Number 2. Haunted Graveyard. YouTuber Moxley's Crazy Adventures posted this haunted graveyard video in November of 2019, writing, "Welcome back to my first haunted graveyard. Went here to see what I could capture, if anything at all. What I did capture was insane. Alright, you reel this in. Let's just hope you deliver." And Moxley does deliver. He captures a shadow-like figure gliding across the backdrop of a lit brick wall. He shouts out to it, but it doesn't respond.
I definitely saw that.
He later hears heavy footsteps nearby. They're clearly heard in the leaves around him. In the comments, YouTuber Spooky Spectre notes that this thing wasn't moving like a human being, nor did the brush move as it passed by. It also didn't respond when being called out to, or make noise or footsteps. Do you agree with Spooky Spectre? Did this freak you out? If not, then you're one brave cookie. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. Are you curious about what I look like in real life? Then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT to find out. Do you like my narrations? If you answered yes, then tap the follow button and thank you for your support. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday. Number 1. Mall incident. Reality is often way scarier than the supernatural. Posted to Reddit by Creeper Crisis, he writes, horrifying footage of something that happens daily here in London. The gruesome video shows a blade brandished at an area mall. Chaos unfolds as shoppers realize what's going on. The blade wielder manages to flee the scene.
Oh, what?
Are also seen
blade wheeler.
Guards beside one of the men approaching and falls to the ground. Certainly terrifying to watch. I couldn't imagine. Must have been to witness it in real life. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe to new contents every Tuesday.
Whoa. Okay. Not the scariest nor creepiest things I've seen. But those things are pretty creepy. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you like it, be sure to like and subscribe. Or, turn on notifications, so that you don't miss, any future content. I'm definitely going to do more of these, reaction scary video things. I'm definitely gonna do more of them. Maybe I can find some, scarier ones. Well, let me know if any of these creeped you out. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.